Brie Larson. So Brie Larson has been teasing that she has an announcement to make for like 3 days. And the first video clip was like, I have an announcement. The second video clip was like telling my family. And then she actually made her announcement. Her announcement was that she is starting a YouTube channel, which kind of a weird way to announce it. You know, it's like, I don't know. Okay, right? You're Brie Larson. You were in Captain Marvel. Like, you probably don't need this 3-day lead up of like, guess what, guys? Guess what, guys? I'm starting a YouTube channel. It's like, everyone has a YouTube channel. Not a big deal. Why are you announcing it? But people were pissed that she didn't come out as gay. Let me pull up Twitter. I'll read a few. Brie be like, yes, I'm coming out, ... as a YouTuber, angry face. I feel like this is homophobic, says another person. I turned on your post notifications for you to be gay. Not this, Brie. This is so homophobic. Kinda wishing you were gay, but okay. Crying and lesbian. Let's see. All I know is Brie hasn't said her sexuality. I'm not gonna just assume she's straight because she hasn't said anything else. So you're not, gay? Like these are just the top ones, Like these aren't even like, I'm not even really going down to try and find any. These are just the first tweet, these are first replies. Like if I keep on going down, it's going to be more and more and more of that. It's bananas. What a weird thing. Like people are disappointed. Like why does that matter? Who cares? Like it's just, I'm not sure. I feel like everything's just, we've lost the plot on everything, guys. I feel like everything's just insane. I feel like everything's crazy. I think nothing makes sense anymore. I mean, we've got transsexuals who are out here forcing people to have sex with them, or they're transphobic. We've got people pissed off at Brie Larson because she's starting a YouTube channel and not gay. We've got people who are making 30-minute long documentaries about how wearing a mask is stupid. I don't know where we are right now. And it's hard. It's getting harder and harder to navigate these waters. I mean, I feel like the guy that's doing the canoe in the Dante's Inferno, like the guy that leads them to hell. Can't remember his name now, but I don't know. I mean, I feel like there has to be a middle. I feel like there has to be a middle because I know that's where I am, but I don't know where the middle is. And maybe this is just the middle. Like maybe this podcast is the middle. Maybe we're, maybe that's just us. Because I know I'm not Tucker Carlson. I know I'm not MAGA. I know I'm not a MAGA bro. I know I'm not, Donald Trump isn't daddy. I know I'm not I know I'm not that. But I'm not on this other end of the spectrum where, I'm forced to have sex with transsexuals to prove I'm not transphobic. I'm not signing petitions to turn a statue of Jefferson Davis into a statue of a moth. I'm not living in this world where you're either Mr. Alpha Dog, red, white, and blue, bald eagle for a pet, don't wear a mask, lick my face to prove that you don't have coronavirus. But I'm also not over here living in a simulation of a Reddit comment. I'm somewhere in the middle, and I think the middle voice is lost. And maybe it's unpopular right now to be in the middle. Maybe in the middle's the hardest place to be right now because you're just kind of you're just kind of chilling. You're not in this cult think tank one way or the other. And if you're in the middle, then hopefully this place is a respite for you and whatever we're doing, But I mean, we're in a time right now where it's really hard. It's really hard. And I don't blame people for having a hard time right now because it's so shitty. You go on Twitter, you go on Facebook, you go on Instagram, every day something worse is happening. Whether it's the coronavirus or whether it's the wars or whether it's, wars as in Civil War and, international war or what's going on with whatever. There's not great news really anywhere. And it's pretty scary out there. So this Brie Larson YouTube thing, it's not really interesting because I knew this was going to happen, or I have predicted this literally for a year, that celebrities are just going to start having Twitch channels and YouTube channels, and everyone's just going to have Twitch or YouTube channels. Get ready for it, guys. I've said it a lot, and it's going to happen. People are realizing this is really kind of like the end of the simulation. Or not the end, but like the Black Mirror episodes where everything is 24/7 and everyone's connected and you're seeing everything from everybody all the time. That's where we are now. You can find a live stream right now of people playing music, people carving wood, people playing video games, people podcasting, people going on runs, people working out, people painting, anything and everything, cooking, anything that's on your TV, you can find a live stream of it. And if you missed the live stream, you can find a YouTube video of it. Everything now has a camera in front of it. And, I've been doing this for a long time. I've been streaming, doing YouTube stuff, radio, TV, whatever, for the better part of 8 years. So this is something where I knew this was going to happen. But now we're here to where it ain't just me. It's not just me in my room making podcasts. Now everyone has a podcast. Everyone has a YouTube channel. Everyone has a Twitch stream. And it's just going to get bigger. I'm telling you, we're at the very, very front of it. If you have a hobby right now, that hobby is already being monetized and all over the place via YouTube and Twitch. And when you think about, go to a bookstore, go to the magazine rack. How many magazines are there, right? You got knives, guns, cooking, baking, reading, working out, cars, mountain climbing. There's a magazine for literally everything. If you can make a magazine about it, you sure as hell can have a YouTube channel or a Twitch stream. So Brie Larson making a YouTube channel is not surprising because T-Pain has a Twitch stream, has had one for years. Ezekiel Elliott streams, a multitude of athletes, a multitude of celebrities are all on YouTube. I mean, look at the podcasts, right? Look at the podcast. I heard a commercial the other day for a podcast with Zach Braff and the other guy from Scrubs. My apologies to the other guy. And they have a podcast about Scrubs. Think about that. These are the two actors in Scrubs. Scrubs hasn't been on in however long. And they started a podcast to talk about Scrubs. There's a Scrubs podcast from the actors of Scrubs. That's Scrubception. That is Podcastception. That's the universe we live in now, where it's not good enough that they acted in the actual literal show for blank number of seasons. Now they have to have a podcast about it. Oh, that's just a one-time situation, right? Wrong. Two people from The Office, the blonde-headed girl and I think Emma Fisher or whatever. They both have an Office podcast where they go back and talk about every episode in order. It's actually a really cool idea. But still, that's my point. Now you got an Office podcast with the people from The Office. So it's back when, it's oh, well, you were in MASH. Cool. It's well, I also have a MASH podcast. Wait, you have a MASH podcast? Weren't you in MASH? Yes. Well, then what the hell are we doing here? So we're in a bit of a Black Mirror situation.